Welcome back to the Kindness Cast. I'm Ron Smith. With us today is Rick Bannister, Chief Believer of Neighborhood Bridges. Rick, with so many acts of kindness that have been done by Neighborhood Bridges, can you think of one story that really stands out to you that shows the true impact of Neighborhood Bridges?
It's a great question. There are so many that come to mind. I want to tell this story. I have lived in this community of Westerville for nearly 50 years, most of my life, and I've been involved. I mean, I think I know a few things about Westerville. And then we launched Neighborhood Bridges 7 years ago here, 6.5 years ago. And about 60 days into our launch, I got a call from the high school counselors in our three high schools asking to meet with me. And they love Neighborhood Bridges, and they asked, they wanted to talk to me about it. So we set up a meeting, and I went in, and there were high school counselors we have three high schools here in Westerville. And it was wonderful. We were all excited. I was grateful to be with them. I always like to say thank you to our counselors, by the way, for their great work. And the school counselors said to me, Ron, what about the homeless student population? What are we going to do? What can we do to help them? And I didn't know what to say. I was completely unaware that there are homeless students in our community. Now, Westerville is a very large and diverse school community. We're at about 34% free and reduced lunch today. But I was just caught off guard by this whole idea that there are homeless students. And so I cried about it for 2 days. I just couldn't imagine that there are kids coming to school and not knowing where they're going to lay down their head. So we came up with an idea. I turned it back to the school counselors and I said, what do they need? How can we help them? And so in our own community, and we've got about 16,500 students in Westerville, the estimate from the school district level is there's about 120, 125 homeless students that come forward each year. And let's drive down on this a little bit further. When we use this term homeless in this situation, these are not kids who are necessarily sleeping outside. They have been displaced from their home for a variety of reasons. And they are sofa surfing. They are finding ways to stay engaged in their school and community. You want to talk about heroes? These are the heroes of Neighborhood Bridges, these kids who somehow make it to school every day. And so the school counselor said, well, what they're asking for is toothpaste and deodorant, soap and shampoo, and feminine hygiene products. And so we created personal care pantries immediately. And we started those in high school, the three high schools, and then our middle schools. And very quickly that grew to every school in the school district, including elementary kids who had these same basic needs. And wouldn't you know, Ron, that one of the things that our communities from northern Ohio to southern Alabama all share is the same dilemma of how do we lift up and protect and care for and love these homeless students. So I love to tell this story because I was completely unaware of this problem until I got fully engaged in Neighborhood Bridges. And so we've got personal care pantries that Neighborhood Bridges supports in dozens of communities in Ohio and Alabama and Mississippi. And what I love most about them, Ron, is that we're getting the kids what they need so they'll feel valued and come to school. But also, the personal care pantries are located in private areas of the schools, And so the other benefit to them is it gives the school counselor or the social worker, the advocate, the principal, an opportunity to spend a few quiet moments with that student. And they end up assessing them. How are your shoes? Do you need clothing? Do you have a coat? Do you need undergarments? Do you need a backpack? All of these things. So our personal care pantries not only are great sources of love and hope, but they're lead retrieval systems for us, where we can actually dive deeper into that student and find out what additional needs they may have. Are they sleeping on the floor in their home? Or do they have a kitchen table to do their homework on? Stuff like that. And so that's a story that I will share because out of humility, we talk about that a lot. I had no idea this was happening. And my message to anyone watching this is it's in your community too. It's in all communities. And we're doing something about it. And I'm very, very proud of the work of our area directors and coming up with solutions locally with school leaders to lift up these kids and give them a very special and welcoming place in their schools.
Thanks, Rick. That definitely describes what impact Neighborhood Bridges can have on a community. That brings us to a close for this Kindness Cast. The mission behind Neighborhood Bridges is to bridge communities with schools and providing basic needs and removing barriers for students so they can engage and succeed in school and life. For additional information about Neighborhood Bridges, visit our website at neighborhoodbridges.org. We look forward to serving you on our next Kindness Cast and bring you the people and stories of how Neighborhood Bridges is making a difference and impact. I'm Ron Smith. On behalf of all of us at Neighborhood Bridges, thank you for watching, and remember, kindness changes everything, and kindness is cool. Have a good day.